I single-handedly made the best transformation in internet history, and here are two pieces of unconventional advice, pretty much based off of my entire journey and self-reflection and things I've learned over this course of time. These two habits would also help you progress in pretty much any aspect of life so much faster than everyone else, just because no one really takes into account these factors, and also like no one really wants to admit these factors to them. Your number one thing would actually cause you a little bit of discomfort in the beginning, but actually like long-term gains, is your ability to shut out the voices of other people. When I was like making this change, I got faced with like a lots of resistance. Oh, this diet is bad for you, and just like mindless advice from people who didn't really know better, who I did not even aspire to be like. May that be friends, family, whatever. You need to have the balls to sort of like shut that information off and not let it bother you, because it is so easy to sort of like just give in. Oh yeah, like but my parents told me like, oh, I should not do this, and like maybe this is bad for me, and etc etc. Oh no, that would actually cause you way more harm, unless your parents are aspirational, you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh shit, you know what? I fucking wish my physique used to look like that. In my case, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. It was always advice from like dumbasses from below me. The art is to really do it in a manner which is not completely disrespectful. People always like to believe that they're right. If you go against that, you kind of like disrespecting them just because like, oh, you're not taking their advice seriously. But people are also too weak to understand that they're in no place or position to give you that advice, and you'd rather take that advice from someone who has made the change for themselves. You know? That is like one crazy piece of advice that I utilize. So like I shut off like family who like used to tell me like, oh, don't do this, don't eat that, don't eat that. Like it sounds so mean, but it's just like, shut the fuck up, bruh. Like, let me just like do what I'm trying to do. If it doesn't work, let me suffer. Why are you like barring me from that, from achieving something? Or not, if let's say it's not achieving, it's something that's bad for me, let me experience it. Like let me explore the limits of my own self. You need to be very mindful of where the advice about your goals is coming from and who's giving it to you, because if that person is not in the same position or at a position where you want to be at, then it's not worth taking that advice for them. Number two, gathering like-minded people around you. So we discussed how to like remove the bullshit from your life, remove the bullshit advice, bullshit people, like sort of like exclude like all the shit, focus on the main like pure progress driven high ROI things, activities. But then also you want to like add that factor of like a brotherhood that adds more value to your life. I struggle with this aspect for the first like 18-19 years of my life, where I could not for the life of me get quality friends who either were like pushing me to improve myself or were pushing themselves to improve themselves. Not many kids are like ingrained with this. A lot of kids are just average, just like want to be where they are. They lack control. I am someone who cannot do that. I'm someone who wants control. I'm someone who wants control over my life. And it's super important to have that sort of like friend circle around you. And I only found that group of people when I came to college. Find your arsenal. Develop those like high quality friends around you so that they can add more value to your life, and in turn you can also add more value to their life. Because I'm not saying like just be a fucking leech and like provide them with zero fucking value. I see this as an issue because I did not find those quality friends, and like a lot of people, like they can really go into extremely bad friend groups, extremely bad like social settings if they're not mindful. And as kids, no one is fucking mindful. I wasn't either. I run a free online community. It's called the Jack Nerds. I love to read books, and I see so many people that read so many books but never fucking implement what learnings they grab from those books into their own lives. And I want to change that. I want to make that process easy for everyone. Point of the community is sort of the healthy mixture of fitness as well as knowledge. Mix them both together to make like the ultimate specimen of man. In a video game, when you're building your character, you want to max out physicality, like most muscle mass, most this, and you also want to max out intelligence. And that's what I'm doing in real life, and that's what we at the Jack Nerds, we do. So if you think that message sort of resonates with you, you should definitely like take a shot. It's completely free. Like, what do you got to fucking lose, bro? Best part is, these are all people who, like you, have taken that step to improve their lives. And that is the sort of people you want to be able to surround yourself with. You don't want to surround yourself with, as Hamza says, Jeffries. You want to surround yourself with Adonises, you know what I mean? And make sure that people from all around the world find that tribe for themselves inside this community. So if that message resonates with you, check out the Jack Nerds. Like, I think I'm gonna be accepting like a few more like requests for free, and then it's gonna turn paid. So you might as well get in while it's free and reap the benefits of it. But those are the two things. Like, to recap again, remove all the bullshit from your life, remove all the bullshit advice, don't let the negativity sort of like get to you. I know it's like super hard, because like in my case, like my own family was extremely like hell-bent on like, oh yeah, like no, this is not how we eat, this is our diet and this and that. And like that would, like in the initial phases when I was like ultra obese, like kind of like justifying like that the way of eating then was better than how I'm eating now. And like, bro, like you can fucking see the difference for yourself. It's not a fucking joke even. Like, there's no comparison. That person was completely different. That's why I say like I made the best transformation on the fucking internet, because I fucking did, bro. Like, when it comes from like a physical standpoint, 100%. I also believe when it comes from a mental standpoint, the more you talk to me, and if you had talked to me like back then, you could see the fucking like difference. I made that change by like, you know, sort of like reducing that bullshit from my life, and also surrounding myself with like higher value people. I'm not trying to say like, oh, surround yourself with fucking Andrew Tate and like all these people, like high value men, whatever the fucking thing is. But I'm saying like surround yourself with people like who you respect as well, and whose qualities you would want to have within yourself as well. Yeah, like subscribe if you want more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one.